let's see if this works. Okay. Okay, if it is streaming, just give me a sec. I gotta confirm that it is streaming and get this thing up and running. Okay. Okay, that's so fun. That's so Despacito. Give me a sec. Okay, no, it's definitely streaming. Okay, so I just need to find it on my page. Okay, give me a sec, y'all. Again, this is like one of my first times doing this. Oh, I didn't even name it right. Okay, I forgot to change the name. Well, it doesn't matter. No one's watching anyways. I'm going to do the thing. All right, let's change this. Oh, that's nice that it changed it for me. Can I edit that? Thank you. Sorry. Was a little. I'm still new to this. I'm still figuring this out. I'll tell you all what I'm doing in a bit. Skip ahead like 3 minutes. If you're just watching. Otherwise, this is documentation purposes. Speedsculpt. What is this thing called? Crap, I don't even remember what it's called. I gotta look at the chapter. Okay, so I've been reading the Stormlight Archive. Great, I lost my page. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So I've been reading the Stormlight Archive, and I'm on book 2 now, called Words of Radiance, and I've really just been absolutely loving and enjoying the series. I was a fan of it since the very first chapter. I read the first chapter, and the action sequences were so good I wanted to storyboard the whole thing. And I started, and I definitely was like at least like writing out like a script for the storyboards. So safe to say, I really like this story. So because of that, I've wanted to kind of, just create the characters and create art. I thought about, man, if I can make art in like visual series or something like that, it would be really cool if I could turn this into an animation, or even if I'm just doing visual effects for it. But I kind of want to see this realized on the big screen, because this is just such a cool story. But putting that aside, today I'm going to try to speed sculpt this little creature that you're catching glimpses of on the right of the screen. And also I'm looking in the book right now to see if I can get the page that it's on. So like first, honestly, maybe 10 minutes is just going to be getting organized. And I'm not sure how long I can stream, but it's like a Shah something. What is it called? Created, in the eyes of Tozbek. Okay, creature. Yeah, they keep referring to it as the creature, but, at some point they said what it was called. Santhid. Okay. Speedsculpt the Santhid from the Stormlight Archive. Okay, that's gonna be the title. Going to get rid of this. This is from my last stream, and this. Just figuring out things as I go. Just, description. Is a description needed? Yeah, I guess. Fanart, Speedsculpt of the Santhid from the Stormlight Archive series by Brandon Sanderson in ZBrush. Okay. I think that's enough. I'll leave that in place. So essentially I'm just doing a speed sculpt. I guess I can redraw a little section of this so we get an idea of what it's on, and I feel like it'd be fun and cool. So also I have music in the background lightly. Every once in a while I just want to try it out and see how copyright and YouTube handles all that. But we'll see. So this little section, okay. This little section is, matter of fact, I'll just read the page. I got time. Okay. She refused to let herself feel, oh, I don't, okay. I can probably do an excerpt. I feel like there's an ethical bound of, like, where I should start reading and where I should stop in terms of, like, the author writing the book. Okay. Here we go. Then she ducked her head under the water. Light streamed down from the surface in shimmering, radiant columns. There was life here, furious, amazing life. Tiny fish zipped this way and that, picking at the underside of the shell that shaded a majestic creature. Gnarled like an ancient tree, with rippled and folded skin, the true form of the Santhid was a beast with long, drooping blue tendrils, like those of a jellyfish, only far thicker. Those disappeared down into the depths, trailing behind the beast at a slant. The beast itself was a knotted gray-blue mass underneath the shell. Its ancient-looking folds surrounded one large eye on her side. Presumably, its twin would be on the other side. It seemed ponderous, yet majestic, with mighty fins moving like oarsmen. A group of strange spren shaped like arrows moved through the water here around the beast. Schools of fish darted about, though the depths seemed empty. The area just around the Santhid seemed teeming with life, as did the area under the ship. And, boom. That's essentially the description of the creature. If you want the book, get the book. And my bitrate is low, apparently, but nothing I can do about that, because I don't know how to do anything about that. But let's get to sculpting. So, we got this old jellyfish turtle, essentially. Which is so cool. Now that I say jellyfish turtle, I can really see how much of a jellyfish turtle it actually is. And I gotta say, this is really cool. Like, I love this design. There's credits for the actual artist in the book. Probably near the end of the stream, I'll probably edit it and actually try to find specifically who drew this. But there's a bunch of artists credited in this book because they have a lot of art throughout it. Really beautiful book, by the way. So definitely check that out. I'm going to get to sculpting and try to kind of just do my thing. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna give it justice because, you know, man, I'm trying my best. Okay. That, and it's been just a little while since I sculpted. Well, a little while, maybe like a week. I don't know. But regardless, I want to kind of just try my best and play around with the shape. So I know it's like this. There's like meat under the shell, and there's a shell. I should probably make the shell first. So it's gonna be, I should probably come to the side, honestly. Start from the side. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Just try to kind of bring out this shape that it has. Just rough blocking. Here we go. And there seems to be a bit more length Yeah, I think this is good, but there seems to be a bit more length at the back that I want to be aware of. And then I'm just going to flatten the bottom a bit. Just like, by the way, symmetry's on, right? Yeah. Symmetry's on. It's wider than this as well. And I just want to kind of start to flatten this bottom a bit. In the image it's pretty tight, but I kind of think I'll probably stretch it to be a bit more naturalistic in terms of like the shape of the sculpt. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. And it's relatively even on all sides. I'm just kind of going around, and then it has like this little kind of lagging tip almost near the end. But the rest of it's pretty almost square-like. I'll probably mess with the dimensions some more, but this is what I'm thinking of right now. Just inflate that a little bit. Let's actually just trim that bottom. Here we go. Okay. But yeah, I honestly love this book so much. And I was gonna make a post earlier. I might just like talking about, like, I was looking at this book. I was looking at Create with Clint, the render challenge that just dropped recently, and like I haven't gotten through most of it, but like I saw this one piece that was like just insanely beautiful, with like this little girl kicking a soccer ball, and if you see, it's pretty early into the stream, because I'm not that deep into it. So if you want to check it out, it's beautiful, essentially. I kind of get like an arcane type architecture feel from it, which makes sense because Arcane's new and in people's minds, and it's really good. And so, like, just seeing the beauty of that architecture and that style, it was just awesome. Bottom line. So I enjoyed seeing that. Yeah. And so with that, I just felt super inspired by like all the beautiful art around me, and I was like, okay, I need to, because like, I've been spending the past few weeks mainly editing and compositing, and applying to internships. So using my portfolio right now, I did a bit of, my last stream I was trying to do some look dev, with my boxer from my senior capstone film. But it's like when I do everything in my back of my mind, I'm like, I really want to sculpt. I haven't sculpted in a little bit, and I want to sculpt. And so, yeah, that's why I'm doing this, because at the end of the day, I want sculpting to be my main thing. I want to pour most of my time into sculpting, and then, still have time to do everything else, which could sound idealistic and dreamy, but I want to make it happen, and I want to make it possible. So, but that requires me to, stick firstly with the thing that I love the most, which is sculpting. Don't get me wrong, I like compositing, I like editing and all that stuff, but sculpting I like the most. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Alright, so this is like the general shape of it, at least from the bottom. From the top, I will subdivide a bit more, but I'll smooth it out right now to get the shape. We could probably, should I start trim dynamicing the top just to kind of cut it into the shape I want? Something like this. Sharper lead up to that. Yeah. I just don't want to like mess up too much, and I still want there to be like form around, if that makes sense. And so I'm like, maybe I should chill and wait for it to divide higher. Sponge boy, get back on the grill. These are the things that are in my head. Okay, let's. Okay. That's that. I'll leave that as a general shape for right now, because I kind of want to just build out the rest of the forms and see how this goes. I do want to touch this up though, just so that it looks the right way I want it to look, so that in my head I can compute it how I'm thinking of it when I, see it visually. Yeah, the back's fine. Alright, Sponge boy, get back on the grill. So give me another sphere. Come on. Oh, right, this is my reference. I'm like, where's the reference? Alright, here we go. Grow, 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 grow. Kind of like this. Push this up a bit. Okay. This will be kind of my start. Bring this in a bit. And it's going to kind of follow the turtle shape and be meaty on the inside. So honestly, I wanted to find the turtle shell more before I move to this. So I'm going to subdivide that. I just hit tab to do that if anyone cares. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, let's subdivide this. Geometry. Not that much. So that I can destroy it more. I just need more space to work with. I should probably look at reference of like turtle shells and things like that too. But maybe I should get this shape based on the concept art first and then move into getting the references, just so that I'm still capturing the references, which, less references is never the real solution. I should probably just go look at reference, but then I have to look at the inside of turtle shells. They murked the turtles. No. They sell turtle soup. It happens. Alright, yeah, let me go look up turtle shell images. Okay, so usually turtle shells have a little under. I wonder if there's no underside view because she didn't go that low, which means I can concept that. And I wonder if it has this under part. By the looks of it, no. By the looks of it, no. Not really. Yeah, like there's ways, like it could be a thinner thing like that, but just the fact that they have eyes on the side, and that the fins pull from here and whatnot, and the back still looks kind of meaty and veiny almost, with the wrinkles and whatnot. I don't think they have the underside, so it's just the top side of the shell. And instead of like wrapping around, it kind of comes in a bit more. Yeah. So let's do that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna flatten this a bit. Okay. Alright, and then I'll just, for the rest of this, I'll just paint it. Okay, just make sure we're not having issues. That's too far. That should be enough. And that gives you a good bit of distance, just visually, so you gotta, you know, like, tell the difference and whatnot. Dino, there we go. Oh. No, undo. Let's get that resolution at least a little higher. Way lower. Dynamesh. Okay. Sponge boy, get back on the grill. I want to retain this shape, but like fix the inside a bit. I'm wondering, why is he fixing the inside? Look, bro, it visually helps me that everything makes sense to an extent. That way I can understand how I'm building the forms, because I'm also concepting this creature partially while I'm building it, because I don't have an underside view and a view of its construction. So I am doing a bit of concepting and understanding. So because of that, I do need to understand the creature. Alright, so that's that. It's 3 in the morning. Bum 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 bum. My message you reply. Why are you only calling me? Ow, that physically hurt. Alright, whoops. Should I cut into the shell, or should I? Okay, so there seems to maybe be like a little bit of divot where the eyes are, but at the same time not. It'd be wild if she was wrong and it only had one eye on the side. But for now, I'm gonna go with her description and what she thinks, because that's gonna save me time and effort. I'm gonna move this up. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna move it up, and then I'm going to take this part of the shell and worry about it later. Alright, that's that. This would be the front of the creature. Let's get its little bro in here. There we go. Let's make it fit the shell now properly. And do a bit of that. Just, no, it's not on. Okay. There we go. Put that up. This is kind of better, having this width here around generally, and then near the back. Is this the front of the back? This is, where's my giant? Yeah, this is the front over here. This is the front, and that's the back. So it's gonna be where the legs attach and where everything's kind of pulling backwards. Okay. Let's get this shape in. So the back kind of slumps over. I hate the Windows button. I don't know why it exists in such an annoying spot. Like, please put it like near the top or out of the way. It doesn't serve a purpose being at the bottom where Alt and Control are. It's like a giant middle finger to all the 3D artists. Like, I know we all push buttons around there. Come on, put it near the top. So that's that. No. Which goes like this. It comes in. I didn't mean to do all that. Oh, I'll just move it up later. Does that, and then it kind of comes around the front and does something similar. It's 3 in the morning. Okay. And here there's going to be like a giant beautiful eye, which I'm so looking forward to doing all the wrinkles around the eye. That's going to be awesome and so fun. For now, you just get a little divot. Now you get a little hole, all the wrinkles and everything else will form around it. And I'll probably tweak its positioning a few times, but for now it's just a hole. There you go. There's no front view because she just dropped by the side of it and she saw the top of it. So it makes sense there's only a top and side view. That's all she saw. I have to concept the rest though. Alright, I'll throw in some makeshift eyeballs real quick and some makeshift fins. So that we can just kind of get the overall shape of the creature first. Who knows, I might even throw some fishes next to it if I'm feeling ambitious. And if time and my appetite permits, because I have not eaten dinner yet and it's kind of late, so we'll see. For now, eyeballs. Why'd you only ever call me when you're high? I don't know why I went to here. Append the balls of eye. There we go. Come back. There we go. Don't play with me. Don't be I need to stop. I know I'm testing the YouTube copyright thing to see like what they permit and what they don't, but I think I'm pushing it by constantly singing. Still not understanding. I think this is good because I can just form an eyelid around this, but I do feel like the eyeball would be kind of depressed into the eye, and then because the eye socket, it kind of sinks in around here. It feels like this is the eye socket form. It kind of sinks in and just barely pokes out of the hole. So I kind of want to honor that. So something like this, and then I'll just grab this area around it and kind of sink it in just a little bit. That way we can then build out the skin afterwards around the eyeball. But that'd be like kind of the general structure of it. Then for the fins, it looks like almost like the fins are connecting directly under the eye. I might be wrong. I think I am because it looks here like it's connecting under the body. But then I'm not sure what these are. Well, that could just be like water flowing off of it, maybe. Oh, or it's the angle. So this is the eye, and then it's like kind of under. But since it's from like a skewed angle, it looks like it's right on it. I think that's what it is. But it kind of flows under the eye, and one leg attaches here. So this would be the last leg attaching, is what this is. And this is the second leg kind of flowing right here. And then maybe the third leg's like over here. That's what I'm seeing, essentially, from the reference. So for those are gonna be thin sheets. I'm probably just gonna use a cube for them, honestly, and just expand and stretch and do whatever I do to the cube. Let's go. And I'm just gonna focus on this side. I'll mirror everything over later. Mirrors image or something. So the first one. Should I start with the first or the last? I think I'll start with the last. So everything is super flat. Comes here under the eye a bit, and like this. Alright, let's stretch that. Let's push it back. Let's bring this here. How long should it be? It's gonna go about to the tip of the shell, so it's not super long. The last one goes to a bit closer than the tip of the shell. Is it? It's a little past it. Okay. I think a little like this. Because they're almost parallel. Okay, there's that. It has a little tilt to it, kind of in this way, and it would be further in the body. Kind of like that, I think. And then it tilts outward. That'll be for now how I treat it. I think the form, because it looks flat from the top, so that would line up, and then I can just like soften and shape these corners later. Let's get another one out of that and push that to the front, like here, and then it'll curve a bit more down like that. At least at the base, and then it'll curve later, and then I think, yeah, I'll have to make it a little longer, a little bit, and then that one will attach here, and then this one will attach just like right at the front of the shell, and obviously they'll have to like move in as they go back, and this one will point a little more down. And I think it's, what its positioning is fine. It'll probably also point more out with each variation, though. I'll have to hit this and kind of do like that. But, we'll hit it up later, I guess. For now, actually, let me undo that. Yeah, I want it to be like that. The rest I'll move with the move tool. For now, this is the general shape. Let's separate those so I can get those into separate chunks. Split to parts. Maybe I should have tried to shape them first. It doesn't matter. We'll be fine. does it kind of, yeah, it's smaller at the tip, now that I think about it. So it'd kind of be, kind of coming out. Yeah, kind of something like this, and it would like grow near the tip, so kind of like that. And then the end would be pointy. I'll make that pointy when I subdivide it more, but it'd be more curved here, like that, and this would be deeper. Yeah. I'm gonna inflate the whole thing just so that when I dynamesh it, it won't create a horrible disaster to deal with. At least not too bad. There we go, that should be fine. Dynamesh, dynamesh, dynamesh. There we go. There we go. No like faces that are on both sides and weird crap. There we go. Okay, yeah, that looks right. I just have to move this in. There we go, like that. And the length's fine. Honestly, since the length's fine, we'll do it like that. Like that. And yeah, I think its placement's fine. Okay, that's the general idea for that. Maybe tilt that just a bit. Okay. This honestly probably won't be a one-part stream since I can't seem to sculpt without being like, man, I'm hungry. Maybe I'll just grab a snack. Should I? Yeah, I don't want to start from scratch each time, so I'll just have these as placeholders here. But I'll bring it out again. Right now, I'm just going to straighten out the fin a bit. Alright. That's one. That looks accurate. 11. That. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Let's not worry about those last two, and let's throw some legs on this thing. Okay, how many tentacles does it have? 2. Okay, let's look at this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12 maybe? For now, just throw out some spheres. Honestly, nah, I don't want to just throw out some spheres. I'm gonna use a curve tool. Let's turn that away for now. Let's go brush curve. Come on. Brush curve tube. Where are you? I know you're right here. There we go. Okay, so wow. Okay, compared to it, it's long. I'll tell you that. Alright, I don't think it'd be more than this, but it sure is long, and I think I'm gonna start with it kind of flowing back first, and then kind of following that. Is it that long? Okay, hold on. I gotta confirm this, because I don't want to, like, be exaggerating like crazy. Because obviously we don't see the bottom of it, and Shalon might be exaggerating a bit too. However, there comes a point where you gotta say, are you sure about that? Top of its head. Okay, it's bigger than this, so this is about the size. With this size, yeah, because there's still some stuff on here, so that's close, essentially. I'll have to make my turtle thinner, though. But yeah, that'll be simple. I can just combine these elements and squish it a bit. Yeah. Alright, let's take a little screenshot of this so I can have this side-by-side comparison to go by. Okay. So that's that tube. Let's bring it back a bit. Oh, don't create a copy, man. Oh, okay. Well, the tube doesn't care anymore. That's fine. Stroke. Curve. Wait, there we go. And just move it back a bit. Actually, screw that, move it up a bit. Yeah, and then I want to pull this so that it kind of merges into it. Okay, and then on here, this little bit of skin, I probably just want to pull over. Come on. B-I-N. Bruh. B-I-N. Thank you. Alright, something like that. I don't think it's ready to go up yet. Alright, let me grab these two pieces. Everything's gonna have to move again. Again, this is like the sketch part. First let me save this tool. The second ZBrush crashed and it was like, all this is gone. Save as sculpting, creatures. What's this bad boy called? The Santhid. Alright. Save. Here's my Santhido. Santiago. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call him Santiago. There we go. The Santiago the Santhid. Then for now I'm just going to trim this. I might just cut it off completely, but I kind of like the eye protecting shell for now, though it doesn't seem like that's what it is in the beginning, in the original design. I'll probably cut it later, but for now I kind of like it. Okay, once everything combines, that arc should be fixed, and if not, I can fix it afterwards. Merge down. Okay. They're gonna flatten out a bit. Yeah, I think that works. If I go up one more? No, it's more skill then. Yeah, like that. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Let's scale this in a bit. Alright, for this one, wait, what? Alright, that's not quite clicked, but oh well. Just go up a little bit. That should be fine. Yep. And then you're fine. Yeah, this thing's fine. Where's the fin? I didn't combine those two, right? I did. For some reason I did. Okay. Oh, right, because I never... Okay, I remember. Split the parts. Okay. Let's... Thank you. And then you are all separate things. Great. You need your own thingy-majig that I took the time to diligently place, but who cares? Yeah, something like that. Alright, so I have the veiny stuff here. That goes onto there. Pretty simple shape. I think I'll add the rest of the arms now. That seems like a good idea. Let me mirror this eye. Subtool Master, where are you? Me being legally blind. Bonk. There we go. There are the eyeballs. The tortors. Let's split them now. looks dumb from the front, but I'll workshop it. Okay. Yeah. Really? I think we can just get a lot higher poly with this. Especially the fin. I think I want to divide the fin a bit more. What did I just divide? Not the fin. Okay. And divide, get this thing solo, and smooth it out a bit. Because we still have like the overall forms and everything that I kind of want to respect. So make sure the density is even. Okay, the edge of it is sharp though, so let me go fix this now. This thing's got a lot to go through before it ever gets to the point of being able to rest peacefully. So I shouldn't even bother messing with this pivot, because it's gonna have to curve and change and all that jazz anyway. Unless something like this. Is that what it looks like? No, not in the slice. It points outward like this. And then I want to widen this, because I kind of want it to be like this, and this has just gotten pulled in too much. Let me mask lasso this thing though. Yeah. Ah, come on, gang. Oh, man, I just thought of something. I was thinking about the story, which, you know, story spoilers, and I don't want to, like, ruin the story for people. Just like some random stream of the books gets ruined for you. So I'm not gonna say it, but I'll just say it's a good book, and the twists and everything in it, and it's just so fun. Um, it's got me thinking about it while I'm doing other things in my life. I'm like, ooh, but maybe this could happen, and I'm also a One Piece fan, so you know, theory crafting is like, I've been raised on that, so that's all I'm saying. Okay. I think that's nice. I'm gonna probably dynamesh it lower and then divide it some, or just ZBrush it, honestly. Uh, yeah, I want to like preserve thickness here and whatnot, and that's being lost right now. Which, you know, ZBrush isn't gonna fix that, but I can at least distribute the topology in a way that I like more. So I'll do that. And then I can subdivide it afterwards once it's cleaner. Unsolo this. Right, like that. That's fine. Honestly, no, it ain't. Wow, I did not. What shape do I want? Okay, I want it like that. And like that. This will pull up. Like, yeah, like the reference. There we go. Just pull that into place. And there we go. And I know she drew them flat, but I feel like I'm gonna look up turtle fins because oh, do turtles don't have fins, right? Yeah, well, sea turtles might. Sea turtles. Yeah, sea turtles have fins, and they're kind of thin, but they still have meat to them. Can I get like a perfect size? I just want to see the girth of sea. Yeah, the sea, they're decently round still. Even if they look flat from the side, they're still meaty and round. So I will bring that back. And then here, and inflate this thing. Go away, from here. I don't use inflate because there's a very kind of specific way I want to inflate it. So, just want to keep to that. Just thought you should know. Alright, yeah, that's fine. And I can smooth out chunks of it and whatnot, though I still want to keep the sides recognizable in terms of what is what and all that jazz. Alright, stamp standard. Let's check this part out. Like here to here, like that. Here, like that. Yeah, I'll probably have to fix that layout in a bit, but something like this. Yeah, this bottom part, I didn't lay it out properly, but, that was a general idea. Alright, give me a sec, y'all. I'm gonna go grab a quick snack. I will be right back. Save the Santhid. Okay, save it. Oh, it's because, yeah, I know. Santhid would be on top, and then you would save. Right? That's what they want to do. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just make a little, append. There we go. Come to the top. And rename. Body. Rename. Santhid. Visibility off, visibility on. Here. And save the Santhid. Save. Yes. Alright, whatever. Yeah, how I drew it, it doesn't even look even, so I'll have to fix that. I'm gonna grab a quick snack though, BRB. I'll type that in as well. Alright. Alright, I got some in the microwave. Let me try that thing I was talking about with playing music, because I also kind of want to listen to music. Um, because music is cool, and not being able to listen to music kind of sucks. I promise. Avian Cloud is how I get a lot of my music, honestly. I promise. I promise. Maybe it's this. No, it isn't. Great song, but. That fits. At least the current mood that I'm rolling with. Yeah, this is bothering me a lot. Yeah, honestly, the whole thing is forget. So I'm just gonna mark things. This is this level. This is this level. Alright, that makes it easier. And then I can look at this. Alright, bet. And let's at least push this in a little bit. Because in the concept it is pushing a bit in this area. Because here it curves around the eye. All the way. Alright, let me go pick up my food. has my name. I got a beef patty. Just to keep me going. The Nami Namers. At some point, I do want to get a webcam, but I'm gonna wait until it matters. I'm gonna do this a little longer first. Yeah, those users are gonna be so fun to sculpt once I get to the high poly. Let's start combining these elements though. Well, not yet, not yet, not yet. I wanna figure out the fins and the I'm gonna figure out the fins and the tentacles first so I can get like a good version of them, and then duplicate them afterwards. I'm still munching. And honestly, I think there's a sticker. The tentacle? Yeah, they're like about that thick. Yeah, 'cause they look pretty thick on here. They're not thin. Fuck! You know. Mom, son, where'd you find that? Alright, but the legs are clearly over it, so they're clearly just on the bottom and like around here. Alright, let's do that now. ZBrush, where are you? Thank you. Half ZBrush. ZBrush. I want to get the bumps out. That's what I'm trying to do. And all the awkwardness. Closer. We can get better than that. Alright, let's divide on that. And see how that looks. I feel like this looks too stiff, and the other one's more flowy. Yeah, it almost goes paper thin before it connects to the arms, honestly. Can I zoom into that? Yeah, it almost goes, like, super thin. So if we can just go back before we divide it. Yeah. And... yeah, I think it essentially goes super thin. So this line here would need to move in. Does that even look right? And the back needs to be smaller. Back goes like this. We'll have to dynamesh this though, so might as well do it now, because don't like the topology of this. Yeah, it's a little better. Still horrendous, but that's what dynamesh is for. Let's look at how much this needs to move up. Is this accurate representation of the orientation? That cannot be. This is supposed to be sideways. This is... yeah, okay, so that is wrong. Okay. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to check. This is the back. Yeah, I think that's closer. There's still life here and whatnot. There's still form to the shell. This comes here like that, and then it kind of rounds out. It's like a wah. And so the girth of the weight should still be here though. Yeah, it'll kind of form right here. No, like right here, still a bit. Not there, a little further back, like right here then. And then push this up. Yeah, it looks like a turtle's body anyways. Alright, that. Oh, crap, my light. Yeah. There we go. Alright, yeah, bro, honestly, I feel like a webcam would be so much more immersive. So you can actually see, connect visually, that type of thing. I'm watching a bit. little hot, but you know. Honestly, let me get some water because I don't drink enough water and I don't get thirsty, which is strange and messes me up. BRB, less than 1 minute, honestly. Well, actually, I won't lie. Like 1 minute, maybe 2. Yeah, like genuinely, I don't think I've had water all day, which is crazy. But I don't think I have. I've had 2 bowls of cereal and 2 beef patties, and that's it. Not even water. So now I just got a jug of water with me so I can sip on that and a beef patty next to me. Well, this is the second beef patty. This is not a third. It's the second beef patty that I'm eating right now. Yeah. I have been arting all day. Working on a story, doing some video editing, putting together a lighting, compositing demo reel, all that jazz. I applied to Sony the other day, and I'm trying to get into the Annecy Film Festival. But like, I've sent them several different verifications that I'm a student, and they won't accept any of them. So I just gotta like email them and like be like, yo, what do you want? Because I've sent you so many things, and the thing you're asking for seems to be a very specific document that doesn't exist in my school. At least I don't know. But whatever. Besides the point. So there's that. Honestly, this looks good. I like it. I think this is a great base to work off of. I like that shape. Especially the little ripple here. And, the rest of the shape's gonna get built into the body. So for now, let's grab this. Yes, I'm glad that it has no particular orientation that matters, because I'm going to make it useless anyways. Let's get this out here. Honestly, it just helps to have it at least near the tip. The grass is greener on the other side. So true. So true. Let's go like this, like this, a bit like this, and a bit like this. Okay. Where do I want this to connect from? This essentially connects from the front of the shell, but like where in the front of the shell? Honestly, I kind of want to put it there, but it's like it comes from a dark spot. So I kind of want to put it more under too, if that makes sense. Like here? Yeah, that makes sense. At least that looks right to me right now. And then, you know, it can curve up more, whatever. Its length, like, past, yeah, like around here. The back of this shell, I'm gonna have to make longer. But I feel like it makes sense where it is, so I'm gonna leave that there. And they would need to be outward to swim, and then that would explain why Shellon sees them like this. So overall, it just makes sense, I think, right now. I wish the Alt key wasn't next to the Windows key, but I've already ranted about that, so let me stop. Alright. Control, Alt, drag, wonk, wonk, rambunctious. This one goes to the lowest. Okay, so it is like that more than everything else. And honestly, it seems like the smallest too. Should probably be like front-reaching ones like this. Something like that. But it still needs to be on the outermost side so that it can whatchamacallit, so that they can leave space for the tentacles. Probably like right there, honestly. It gives me an overhead view that makes sense. And that looks kind of sick also. Like, this is just so cool, man. Man, the artists and the author of this book are just so freaking cracked and so cool. Man, this and then One Piece. That's all I'm saying. Well, I won't say this and then One Piece and this. I grew up on One Piece, so One Piece comes first. But man, oh, we can go into my top 5 anime since we're here and talking about it, because it's gonna have to slot itself into my top 5 media now, because like, all right. So just to give you context as to the type of viewer and enjoyer that I are, my number 1 is One Piece. My number 2 is Jobless Reincarnation, or Mushoku Tensei. Now, I know that one's a little controversial, as it should be, but the adventure, the action, the story, everything is just so good. So good. It's a story about a horribly flawed main character, to points where the show is unbearable to watch. However, man, it's great. One, because he learns from his mistakes and he's growing, and he's just stupid, and a horrible person. So he's an absolutely horrible person, undoubtedly. And seeing him grow and learn from that is just like, bro, wow. You know, it's so good, it's so cool. Okay, anyways, and the adventure, action, story, exploration, the feel, the vibes, the life. It's so good. Mushoku Tensei is my number 2. I literally have an official list that I have right next to me. I'm about to pull it out. It's in a binder. Where's my binder? Give me a sec. There we go. Alright. Pulling out the official list of my top 20, I think, of anime. Here we go. At number 1, we have One Piece for obvious reasons. Top 1 peak. So, undoubtedly. Let me just briefly explain why I like One Piece. Morally, I grew up like 12 years old when I started watching One Piece. I grew up, and these characters kind of formed my moral compass. I love freedom. And the friendship community, the family, everything about it is just so good. It's just so good. And in the world, everything's expansive. It's so much fun. It's positive. It's happy, and it goes so dark. It's so real, but it's so great. Mushoku Tensei, I just explained. Third one is keep your hands. Oh, let me sculpt while I'm talking about this. Third one is keep your hands off Aizoken. Now, keep your hands off Aizoken. There's plenty of videos probably out telling you why this is amazing, but as an animation student, it's self-explanatory. It's a show about animation, about these high school girls learning to love animation. And so, when you're, I'm an animation student. I love animation, and so watching these other kids geek out about animation and just having, like, so much fun creating it and their crazy personalities and the crazy worlds they create is just so awesome. I love it. So that's number 3. Let me quickly figure out what I need to do next here. So I got the legs laid out. I could mirror them over, but I kind of want to figure out what details the legs would need, because they don't seem to be turtle patterns on the legs. Like the sea turtle patterns aren't on the legs. It almost seems like that seems like more of a texture. It seems like a very simple model with a 4K texture. But there are like bruises and blemishes, so I'm kind of considering just going super high poly and just starting to like put little scratches and bruises into it. But I would have to combine it with the body first before I do that. Which, the legs are at a state where if that's what I was going to do, I could combine them. I just want to make sure that I don't have anything else to do. Sculpting the wrinkles is going to be fun on the face. The tentacles is what kind of has me stuck, but I think I should just start placing them. And honestly, I think I won't use the same tentacle and duplicate it. I'll probably just draw each one individually. Which I know you're all like, wait, why would you do that? Who cares? Look, man. Ooh, okay, so from background, I create all my characters for animation. So, I'm creating this tentacle thing. If it ever serves a purpose, it's going to get rigged. From a rigging standpoint, I would want both sides to be symmetrical. So I will do half of these on one side. I will mirror it over, though. But the ones on the side, they won't be exactly the same, I think. But they're tentacles. But I'm not rigging it right away, so I want the showcase to look cool, too. Dilemma. Yeah, I'm gonna draw each one different on one side. That'll be my compromise. I'm gonna turn this off now. And come to you. Brush curve to... What's interesting about this is there's so many 9s. If I were to hit BC9, what would show up? BC9. Yeah, just... I have to click it. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do now? Wow. Okay, my bad. Okay. I, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like adapt to the size of my brush, but who knows. Anyways, is this the draw size I want? I'm not sure. I'm gonna just do this and we'll see how this goes. Still too big. Still too big. That's crazy. 77. Yeah, close enough. I think it's like an 80, honestly. Oh, wow, I did, what? There we go. Come on, at least be remotely close, thank you. Is you, but double do as you. Okay. And then nope. I didn't mean to mess up on it. Alright. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. Alright, tentacles are centered here. Ah, go away. Okay, let me just do this. Stroke. Delete. And come to the next one. Let me put this here. I know everything's crammed into this corner. I'm literally leaning into only this side of the page. I'm sorry, y'all. Alright, let's get this going. Like, delete. Delete. I think this is going to be the last one on this side, and then I'll position them a bit better. I think I need to curve the top a bit more. Yeah, most of these kind of are long at the front, but this like, most of these are kind of like a longer and then it gets curvy. But I think I should curve earlier. Now the question is it worth starting over to fix? Yes, if it's not good, it needs to be fixed. Alright, y'all, I'm sorry about that, but I need to fix this. Alright, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it though, so I know kind of what I was going for and what to avoid, so I'm not losing progress. Come on. Come on, gang. Thank you. See, that's pretty close. I just need to keep working on it. Alright. Yeah, let's turn this off. It's not good enough. Come to the body and start going again. Yeah, I have my curve tool on. Alright, so it needs to curve earlier at the beginning. Delete. Find it. That was bad. That was on me. That was completely on me. I'm imagining it's kind of like ringing around to try to force itself to swim. I don't know how jellyfish swim, but like, it's got fins, so it doesn't have. It shouldn't. I mean, it's massive, so I guess it would have to try, but its fins are massive with it. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're like super fast when they care. Because they have two animal swimming functions kind of combined. Like, who knows, bro? Maybe they're deviously fast. I didn't like that. Yeah, I don't think that's what I need. I need different widths and lengths of curves. So like, I need a curve here that like happens like this, and I need wide, and then short, short, wide. Yeah, I feel like that's more interesting. Stroke. Come on, delete. Let's get a few more in there. Mind it. Delete. Come on. One that pushes forward like this. Stroke. Delete. And one final one that kind of comes in here. And just kind of follows that. Alright, that's one side. Oh, is it mirror tooling this? Oh, it is mirror tooling this. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Well, stroke, delete. I don't want it to mirror tool it. Respectfully, no thank you. Bonk. Wow, okay, give me a sec. Let me turn this off first. Here we go. Move. Hello. Come on. Pen. There we go. Alright, you. Right. Alright, we'll just do it this way. Oh, what if no, I don't want to deal with that. Just splits the parts. Alright, that's on the wrong side. Let's go through this with the mouse. Delete. Stay. Delete. Stay. Delete. Let's do this. Where is that? That's on the right side. Well, on the left side, but on the correct side. That can be deleted. That's cool. Delete. That's cool. Delete. Oh, whoops. Delete. 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 That should be all the copies I want. Nice. Now I can just place them like this and put an X out here so I know when is too far. Let's start with this one. Alright, bro. X. Yeah. Here we go, like that. Oh, get over it. I'm joking, guys. No, I'm not. Never mind, I lied. Okay, seems like everything's getting hot, so presently I am sure it was water. Take a sip, like life is in the soul, mix a lemonade with it. Overcast weather for the day. Time to move on. Alright, that functions. Conjunction junction. Alright, that's cool. Like that. I'm going to bring this back in now and see if it doesn't collide. Seems fine. I might just leave it like that. Nice. You need to come in a bit. It's colliding with something, but I'll fix it later. This must be under view. Where can you fit? Like that. Yeah, and then a bit up. Like that. I can bring this one in more. These two are colliding. This needs to come up more and over more. Like this, and it's colliding a little bit, so I'm going to just rotate it a bit like that. Should push it out a little bit. I might push a few things to the side too. I feel like the outer ring can push to the side a bit more. What a majestic beast, man. That's all I'm saying. This thing is so beautiful. I think this needs to come under the eye in a bit more. Ah, come on, bruh. Ah, go away. Alright, which, crap, I don't remember which one, it was this one. Alright, this one's gonna have to come out some more. All of these are going in a straight line though, but like, We'll say that's what they need for rigging. How about that? I don't know, man. This is not gonna be a rigging pose, man. Who would want to rig tentacles? There are tentacle rigs out there. There's gotta be. Last time I made a creature with tentacles, I had a hard time finding anyone that wanted to rig a creature with tentacles. Given it did happen, and making the character is on this channel. Jimmy, the little tentacle octopus spider shark hybrid alien, is on here still. The game development mailroom had to be on pause though because I have to start my senior capstone film. But I hope to get back to it once I can, honestly. But yeah. Boogie boogie. This is good though. Alright. Let's so there's tentacle placement. And I think this should come in a bit. Like into here, like, and then maybe from there curved out a bit more. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do this for each one individually because what I want to do, I think, is a little too complex for it to. I'm gonna put it here and in here, and then mask the top part and curve it a little bit now. And then move it down a bit. Let's mask this up. Okay, just to like get it to be curved. It being straight was like, it just didn't look right. It was like, why are you so stiff? Did you pee your pants? But hopefully this will make it look better, and then I can move on. Because I'm not trying to get into like, too nitpicky with it. I don't think it's going to be a portfolio piece. You know, it's just a speed sculpt. However, I do want to do nice with it because I like the creature. This beautiful behemoth over here. So, at least with that much, we can, like, get a little bit into there. It won't thin out if I smooth these points too much now. It should be fine. Let's see how that looks with the overall thing. It looks good. It does collide around here. Does it? Yeah, it does. Honestly, does this need to be out, or can this be in? Yeah. Okay, I think that one honestly adds a bunch of dynamism to like everything just because it's on the outside. There is a gap here, so I want to fill that though. Oh, autosave, okay. Boom. Crap, come on, bro. And like that. Does that collide? It does. Okay. I'll move it back a bit because it also just doesn't look like it fits here. This one, I'll bring out a little bit, bring up a bit. Okay, let's mask up here. That's above where it collides. Let me get rid of this here. And then let's bring this here. Alright. And then should I curve it in or out? I think I should curve it in. That seems to be the general pattern. That or I just... Alright, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curve it out slightly. And then I'm gonna go back up and curve it out even more. Up here. Like that. Does that cause more problems? Okay. And then we're just gonna go up and curve this out more. Oh. Is this a precise thing I'm doing? No, it is not. But thanks for asking. Okay. Alright, I don't want to mess with this too long. It's literally one tentacle. I just want it to lay right. I'm gonna get my lasso at this point. Just, there we go. And bring this down. Just so we can just get it, like, out of the way. Okay? It's not causing problems, but it's not ugly either. Okay. And you're probably like, oh, well, that curve is, I'll fix it. Give me a sec. Hopefully, it's not too bad. I need to make this smaller still. Okay. Yeah, and then everything else just kind of works right. Just make sure there's no more collisions. That's colliding here. That's these two. This one's here. Just because, like, when I'm, like, if I need to dynamesh or things like that, having collisions will just mess everything up. So I just want to kind of clean that up now while I'm caring about it. Versus later when I'm like, does it really matter? And then I don't fix it. Alright. I think this half is good. I just want to see how it looks if I, combine them all and then mirror that over. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Merge down. Have to do this a bunch of times, bear with me. Okay, and okay. Make sure there's no masks left over. Did I just dynamesh it? I did. My bad. Alright. Let's see how it looks mirrored. See if I space this out correctly. See plugin, mirror, bet. Alright, does that look like a tentacle monster to you? Wow. Does it look cheap that it's mirrored? Absolutely. It does. It does. Does it bother me? Yes. Yes, it does. It does bother me. Am I going to go and place each tentacle individually now? No, I won't. I won't put y'all through that. Is there a way to make it not as bad? Because this looks bad. It looks weird. I won't worry about it for now. We'll just undo, and we won't think about it. Alright, this view matters. This is the view that matters. Alright, let's tackle the actual beast of this. I'm ready to get into the fun part. I want to fix the shell first. Where you wanna go, girl, I'll take you there. Let me put another flower in your hair. When I'm with you, I ain't even have a girl. Okay, let's bring that back to about here. Zoom that out here, bring it in. Why is there a line that goes through it? Is that in the book? Hold on, let me get the book, because that's kind of messing up what I want to see. Consulting the sacred texts. Yeah, it's just there. I guess the artist was like, I don't want to figure that part out either. Let me just throw a line there so it looks like scratching the paper so I don't have to deal with that. Honestly, so real. Nothing major. Nobody would actually notice. Just like, saves you a bit of time. Alright. So, since that has occurred, I kind of want to just here, and then I'll inflate here. Because it still has an interesting shape. Ah, right. Okay. Let me mess with this in 2 dimensions. I still like this out here. We'll say that's the end of it. The meat would come out a bit more then, if that's the case. Call it the meat, as if I'm about to eat this turtle. It's just, I call my own skin the meat, okay? It's not like that. That's not what I mean by it. Okay, let's pull that out a little bit. Is it still mirroring? It's not mirroring. Great. Good heavens. Okay, go back. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. Connection kind of comes back to here a bit. Yeah, that's close. That's kind of what I want. I'm gonna push a little bit in here. Smooth it and call it a day. No, I wanna call it a day. Gonna do this. Starts messing with details. No, I want it to look like this though. Look, guys. I really do try though. Well, I want it to look good, okay? So I'm okay. Look, I can't even explain myself. I don't. It's not a good excuse, but like, you know, it could look so pretty. There we go. That's my excuse. All right. There's that. Let me get these fins on here. See how this little bro looks. Okay, I need more space for the eyes, and I need to move the eyeball up. So those are 2 things that work together. So the eyeball needs to be further up, and I need more space for it. Okay. Let's get this body. Whoops. Move. Move all of this up. Oh, it's not an evenly spaced eye socket. Alright, well, let's go. I feel like... okay, let me mess with the body a bit more. Okay, because the skin still fits around the eyeball, but, let me just hide the shell for now. Where's my shell? There we go. I imagine it looks like a little whale under the shell. Whale under the shell. Whale under the shell. There we go. goodness. I can speak, I promise. Sometimes. It's part-time. It's a part-time job. I don't speak the rest of the time. Kind of like yeah, that was like the shape I was looking for. You know, like those whales with the flat heads that whatever they're, I don't know, man. Whale sharks, are they? I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, I don't think they're whale. I wouldn't know actually. Not that acquainted with marine life except what I just googled. So I know about turtles. That's about it. Alright, let's get this here and kind of shrink some of this stuff around the eye. Honestly, with how puffy it is around the eye, I think I'll just use the inflate. And inflate like this around the structure of the eye. And I'm running out of geometry, so I'll have to strap some more on soon. But general idea. We can sculpt in the rest of the wrinkles afterwards. Let's get that on there, see if that's the direction that we want. Yeah, so I want to add some more dynamism to the shape of the shell, though. Let's get my shell. Where are you? There you go. I need to start naming these things at some point. I know there's some people who genuinely don't like naming, and that's so fair. Me, I name everything. I'm just not doing it right now because I am just now moving out of the concepting stage. But don't worry, the naming fiasco will begin soon. Wah, give me my lasso, give me my lasso, thank you. Okay. There we go. Alright. And what do I need to do? I need to pull this spot up a bit. Let me widen that out. I need to mask this edge too. Gonna keep the base shape. Then this comes up a bit. Towards the front though, more like. Almost like this. A little bit. Smoothing that out. I think I overdid it on this side. Like that. And then there's like bumps on everyone though. And I think this is too high. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Just in terms of like visual aesthetic, yeah, I think balance that out a bit. Alright, I think that's fine. When the rest of them are bumpy, it'll make more sense. This needs a bump. They all need bumps. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Or I could just inflate. Honestly, let's try that. Just getting a bit of an inflate. I think it at least keeps it interesting. Not big. Well, we'll see. Yeah, no, that does it. I just overdid it on this. Oh, wow, okay. That's why you gotta look at from all views. Alright, does that look decent? Yeah, that looks fine. There we go. The outside doesn't have it as much. I'll save that for later. And this needs to be pulled a bit more. Santhid, right? Yeah, Santhid, okay. Oh, right, I was gonna call him Santiago. This is Santiago the Santhid. Pull like that. How's the top look again? Yeah, so, okay, here's an interesting thing. So then all this area, even where the arms are, doesn't have skin? Like, why are the arms so far up, seemingly in this image, and so far back in this image? And there's a lot less head space, seemingly, here, than there is here. But, you know, I know it's like a thing of, like, you know, we're drawing, we're not thinking that deep, you know, 2D concept. I gotta sculpt it, I gotta figure this out. Do I omit the stretch in the front, or do I mess up the silhouette from the top? I like the silhouette from the top, it being like a square with like 2 pieces on it, so I think I'm gonna omit the stretch from the front, because I wasn't really missing it, honestly. Yeah, I like this. It gives a clear, it looks like it's going forward. It looks like it has a forward motion to it. So I'm gonna leave this. Are we ready to get high details? Let me look at it. Oh, right, this whole fiasco with the tentacles. I don't know how I want to deal with that, though. Okay, I could literally just redraw the same number of I could draw again the same number of tentacles on the other side. They wouldn't be a horrible duplicate, but okay, what if I just duplicate them all and rearrange them? Okay, I think that would work. So I grab these, I'm gonna duplicate them. I'm going to, when I mirror them, I'm gonna have to manually separate them again. Oh, whatever. Alright, wait, no. I don't need that. Delete. Here. Plug in mirror. Okay. Here we go. Split. Go like, yeah, because they're, hold up. Had to pull the plug. Audio is still being captured. Nice. Yeah, I'm using OBS because OBS functions. It does the thing. It's nice and free. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Where is... There we go. Yeah, so... These are kind of like... painted together. Okay, I'll just get rid of the ones that are painted together first. Control F, Control Shift, click. Yeah, they're in the same group too. Okay, Control Shift, click. Control Shift, click. Whatever. I don't have time to figure this out. This is not, I don't have the luxury of looking up the tutorial on how to do it, so I'm just gonna do it my way. Hold up. become a heavy point of traffic. Okay, so yeah, audio still capturing. Boom, here we go. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it manually. Grab this, split the parts. No, we can make this work. Grab like this. Ah, come on. Don't dynamesh. I kind of wanted to avoid this being 2 parts, but I might have to dip soon. But at least like having the base and then doing another one that'll do the detail sculpting, that's a better point of separation, I guess. Split, mask, split unmask? Yeah, okay. So that does that, then we come to here, and then, as long as we didn't split the ones on this side, I think I did. It'll be fine. Come here, grab this, delete it. Okay, from here, split the parts. Okay, find this, delete it, find that, delete it, grab this, geometry, modify topology, close holes, poof. It's not a great fix, but it's a horrible fix actually. What? Did it close the hole with a single mesh that it won't even let me smooth now? Oh, that's horrible. It closed the hole with a, is that a single face? No, it's just a disaster. What? What? What is that topology? Oh god. Okay, undo. Do I want to manually? I'll just lose them and I can recreate too. It's no biggie. Subtool, delete. Okay. U, delete. Okay. Honestly, it might look better with the 2 in the middle disappeared anyways. Let's check it. Kind of. Yeah, it's honestly chill. Like, obviously this looks like one got cut off, but you know, lore maybe. I'll go fix it later, and I'll do what I said in terms of readjusting it. I'm going to end the stream now because I gotta go participate in some official ceremonies. So here we go. This is my rough 3D sketch essentially of this. I'm probably gonna hit the detailed pass on a later stream. I'm still reading the story. I still love the story, and I absolutely love this creature. So I feel strongly that I will get back to this. I gotta start school again, so I'm gonna be doing projects and things like that. But I'll try to fit it in. This is the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson, book 2, called Words of Radiance. And this is the Santhid, Santiago the Santhid. And yeah, take care, y'all. Have a wonderful day, or rest of your day.